Welcome back to Coin Lover and Treasure Hunter. Checked your change and wondered if one of those shiny nickels in your pocket might actually be worth hundreds of dollars? Today, we're diving into the world of Canadian 5-cent coins, specifically the rare and valuable 1987, 1989, and 1996 nickels. From mint errors to limited editions, we'll show you which coins are worth big money and how to spot them before a collector does. So grab your coins, and let's find out if you have. Let's get started. First up, mint marks are small letters or symbols on coins indicating where they were produced. In Canada, the P for the plating facility, or no mark at all, can indicate different minting locations or production methods. The 1987 5-cent coin without a mint mark is significant because it represents a general circulation strike, and some collectors prefer these unmarked coins due to their scarcity compared to minted versions with marks. In 1987, millions of 5-cent coins were produced by the Royal Canadian Mint for everyday circulation. However, many were handled and worn over time, which makes uncirculated examples increasingly rare today. An uncirculated coin, often referred to as mint state, has never been in general circulation and maintains its original luster. Coins in this condition are highly sought after by collectors and can command a premium, especially if the details are sharp and there are no scratches or blemishes. When determining the value of a 1987 Canadian 5-cent coin without a mint mark, several factors come into play: condition, rarity, market demand, and collector interest. Uncirculated coins are at the top end of the value spectrum. Even minor imperfections can impact the price. The coin's metallic composition, a nickel alloy, also plays a role, but collector interest generally outweighs intrinsic metal value. So, what's a 1987 uncirculated 5-cent coin worth today? Prices can vary widely depending on condition and where it's sold. As of current market trends, coins in uncirculated condition without mint marks can range from around 50 cents to $5 for general collectors. However, coins with exceptional eye appeal, flawless surfaces, or those graded by professional services can fetch higher premiums, sometimes $10 or more. Professional grading can significantly impact a coin's value. Grading services like PCGS or NGC evaluate the coin's condition, strike, luster, and eye appeal, giving it a grade on a scale from 1 to 70. An uncirculated 1987 nickel graded MS 65 or higher could attract serious collector interest. Certification provides buyers confidence and often increases marketability and price, especially for rare varieties without mint marks. If you're hunting for a 1987 uncirculated 5-cent coin, look for coins with no wear, crisp details, and original mint luster. Avoid coins with scratches, discoloration, or cleaning marks. Collectors often search circulation coin rolls, old collections, or online marketplaces. Remember, uncirculated doesn't just mean shiny, it means the coin has never been handled or circulated extensively. Though it's just a small coin, the 1987 nickel captures a moment in Canadian history. It reflects the country's continued coinage tradition, the evolving portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, and the artistry of G.E. Kruger Gray's beaver design. Coins like this also serve as a tangible connection to the late 20th century, making them both historical artifacts and collectible treasures. Some collectors view coins like the 1987 uncirculated nickel as a low-risk entry point into numismatics. While it's unlikely to make someone rich, holding uncirculated coins over decades can result in gradual appreciation. Coins with mint marks, rare varieties, or flawless grading tend to increase in value faster, and even small nickels like this can be a fun way to start building a diversified coin portfolio. So, there you have it, a deep dive into the 1987 Canadian 5-cent coin without a mint mark. From its design and production to its value and collectible appeal, this tiny coin has a lot to offer. If you happen to have one in uncirculated condition, it's worth taking a closer look and possibly getting it graded. Remember, numismatics is as much about history and discovery as it is about money. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more coin collecting insights and market updates next up. The 1989 5-cent coin, often called the nickel, though composition changed, was struck for circulation in Canada with a mintage of about 141,570,538 coins. It has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters and weight of about 4.6 g. The composition is copper-nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel, for this date. On the obverse is the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, the Makin portrait, and on the reverse the beaver sitting on a rock, the classic Canadian 5-cent design. Because over 141 million were struck, the 1989 5-cent in circulated condition is extremely common. Many of them are still in change, piggy banks or junk coin lots. 4 circulated grades, e.g., good through extremely fine. The value remains very close to face value, 5 cents, or just a slight premium because of condition. However, when you find one in uncirculated, mint state, condition, meaning virtually no wear from circulation, full original luster, sharp strike and minimal contact marks, then the collector value rises. The rarity of truly uncirculated examples increases with higher mint states. According to a recent price guide, examples of the 1989 5-cent in mint state, uncirculated, show values roughly as follows: in CAD MS60 about 25 cents, MS62 about 85 cents, MS63 about $2.50, MS64 about $10.80, MS65 about $43.70, and MS66 perhaps higher, or unlisted, for particularly flawless ones. Another source provides a broader range for MS condition, from about $0.20 up to $16 or more for special certified high-grade pieces for this date. So if you have one in uncirculated condition, the value can vary significantly depending on grade. Because of the large mintage of over 141 million, most uncirculated examples are not extremely scarce. This keeps values fairly modest in lower mint states. Also, the 1989 coin doesn't have a particularly rare variety or major error, in typical coins, that dramatically increases value, so it is more a common date in the series. The large supply and common availability means only high-grade or certified coins will command meaningful premiums. Collectors of Canadian decimal coins often look for better dates, rarities, or error varieties to get major rises. So for the 1989 5-cent, condition is really the key. If you're evaluating your coin, here are some things to check. Look for full original mint luster. The surface should show minimal marks or contact abrasions. The beaver's details and the date digits should be sharp. The rim should be full and undamaged. There should be no visible wear, e.g., no flattening of high points, because wear lowers the grade to about uncirculated or extremely fine. Also check for toning, bag marks, scratches, or cleaning. Any cleaning or damage drastically lowers value. For the best premiums, you'll want a certified coin by a major grading service in maybe MS65 or better. According to one retailer, they list a 1989 5-cent MS64 at 15 Canadian dollars and MS65 at 45 Canadian dollars in their special order stock. If you're serious about tracking value and purchasing or selling coins, you'll want access to up-to-date price guides and subscription services. For example, the Graysheet/CPG database shows values for the 1989 nickel 5-cent MS series from about 20 cents to $16 depending on grade. The Numista site gives technical specs and general info. And the CoinSand Canada guide gives CAD value tiers per grade as mentioned above. Many of these sites offer free or paid subscription tiers to view more detailed data, auction results, population counts of certified coins, etc. If you collect regularly, having a subscription is useful to know when a coin is under or overvalued. Beyond grade and mintage, there are other factors which can affect value. Certification by a trusted grading service, e.g., PCGS, NGC, ICCS, typically adds premium. Population of that date/grade combination. If many exist in MS65, the premium will be lower. Eye appeal. Coins with strong luster, attractive toning, no detracting marks get higher bids. Demand. If many collectors want that date/grade, prices can be higher. Special varieties or errors. Although for 1989 5 cent there are some minor die crack or double design varieties reported, they are not major cataloged rarities for large premiums. Also condition and storage matter. Even uncirculated coins can degrade via handling, corrosion, or improper storage, which reduces value drastically. If you're looking to sell one of these coins or buy one, here's some tips. When buying, insist on good clear photographs or, better, a slab, certified, coin for higher grades. Compare recent auction results, not just advertised asking prices. When selling, be realistic. If it's a nice-looking uncirculated but ungraded coin at MS61 or MS62, the premium will be modest, e.g., under $3 to $5, given the mintage and guide values. If you believe it's MS64 or MS65 or better, getting it graded may pay off. But grading incurs cost, so evaluate whether the additional premium justifies the cost. Store uncirculated coins properly. In inert holders, away from humidity, direct sunlight and handling, to preserve their condition. And document provenance if possible. The 1989 Canadian 5 cent coin without mint mark is a very common date in the Canadian decimal series, but an uncirculated, high-grade example still holds appeal for modest collector premiums. In lower uncirculated grades you might see values in the CAD $510 range. In higher grades MS65 and above you could see $40 or more, and in rare certified gems perhaps higher. Use reliable price guides, examine condition carefully, and weigh grading costs versus potential premium. If you have one, enjoy knowing it's part of a long-running Canadian coin series and you may consider upgrading it over time or adding better examples to your collection. And ring the bell for more coin collector content. Let me know in the comments if you'd like a deep dive on Canadian 5 cent varieties or error coins, and until next up. The Canadian 5 cent coin, also known as the nickel, has a rich history dating back to the mid-19th century. The coin typically features the iconic beaver design on the reverse and a portrait of the reigning monarch on the obverse. In 1996, the obverse of the coin showcased Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Dora de Pedery Hunt, a renowned Canadian sculptor. This coin is made primarily of nickel-plated steel and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter, with a smooth edge. One of the most interesting aspects of the 1996 nickel is the mint mark, or in this case, the lack of one. Coins produced at the Royal Canadian Mint in Winnipeg often carry a small W mint mark, whereas those without any mint mark were minted in Ottawa. This subtle detail can significantly impact a coin's collectability and market value, especially for collectors seeking uncirculated or rare variants. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1996 5 cent coin. The reverse side features a beaver sitting on a rock, surrounded by water, an iconic symbol of Canada's fur trade history. The words Canada and 5 cents are inscribed above and below the beaver, with the year of minting placed at the bottom. The obverse features the Queen's portrait, exuding a sense of dignity and tradition. Every detail on this coin matters to collectors, from the sharpness of the beaver's fur to the clarity of the date. Uncirculated coins are particularly sought after because they have never entered everyday circulation. This means there are no scratches, wear marks, or tarnishing, preserving the coin's original luster. A 1996 5 cent coin without a mint mark in uncirculated condition is especially desirable for collectors who aim for a pristine collection. These coins often appear to shine under light, making them aesthetically pleasing as well as valuable. While millions of 1996 nickels were minted, the version without a mint mark is relatively scarce in uncirculated form. Coins that have been carefully stored and preserved over the years are more likely to reach higher grades from coin grading services. Collectors often seek these coins to complete a specific set, such as the No Mint Mark series, or to add a pristine specimen from the mid-1990s to their portfolios. So, What is the market value of a 1996 5-cent coin without a mint mark in uncirculated condition? On average, these coins can range from around $1.50 to $5 Canadian, depending on the grading, demand, and rarity in your local market. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC may fetch higher prices, sometimes reaching $10 to $15 for top-tier uncirculated examples. While not a massive investment, it's a worthwhile addition for collectors interested in Canadian coin history. If you're serious about collecting coins, subscribing to coin catalogs, auction updates, and online communities can be invaluable. Sites like the Canadian Numismatic Association or coin dealer newsletters provide insights into market trends, rare finds, and historical context. Following these subscriptions allows you to spot undervalued coins and track price movements, giving you an edge when building or selling a collection. Authenticity is crucial, especially with coins from the 1990s that are now considered collectible. When examining a 1996 nickel, look for consistent weight, diameter, and metallic composition. The absence of a mint mark should be clear, and details on the beaver and the queen's portrait should be sharp. Avoid coins with corrosion, scratches, or cleaning marks, as these reduce value significantly. You can acquire these coins through multiple channels. Local coin shops, online auctions, and specialized numismatic websites often list uncirculated 1996 nickels without mint marks. When selling, consider grading your coin professionally to maximize value. Buyers are generally willing to pay more for coins with certified grades that verify authenticity and uncirculated status. To wrap it up, the 1996 Canadian 5-cent coin without a mint mark may seem small and ordinary at first glance, but it carries historical significance, collectible value, and aesthetic charm. For collectors seeking uncirculated coins from the 1990s, this nickel is a must-have addition. Remember, the key to successful collecting lies in careful research, proper storage, and keeping an eye on the market. Don't overlook the tiny coins. They can tell big stories. Thanks for watching.